Hey, everybody!
What's good?
Hello, hello, hello.
What's good?
You know what day it is. It's Saturday.
You know what day it is.
December 19th. Let's go around and introduce ourselves.
Hey there, I'm Amy Lynn Perea.
I'm Christian Morgan.
I am Kai Tam.
I'm Deja.
I'm Nick.
I'm Sophie.
And I'm Xavier.
And together we are the
Intoxicated Reader.
Ooh, I like the singing, X. Next week not next week. 2 weeks from now, we got to try like singing it out and hitting, some.
You want to harmonize?
Oh,
Do we all harmonize?
Yeah.
That'd be hard.
Like
Intoxicated users.
Ooh.
Love.
Actually, that would go with one
gonna
of our
be
prompts. What she said. If you guys remember what Sarah talked about.
Oh yes, that would. Maybe we'll try it out. Who knows? We got an awesome stream for you tonight. Our prompt is, as you saw, holiday folklore, where we have written scripts and stories and whatever we've written surrounding holiday folklore, whether historical or of our own creation. And we're going to be dramatically reading it to you, and drinking, and doing other things, and having a good time. That brings us to our 3 rules for tonight. If you're playing the drinking game, you have 3 rules to follow. First, as always, is if we break character or mess up a line, take a drink. Second is if Amy Lynn's lavender drink shows up.
My canned drink.
If Amy Lynn's drink makes an appearance on the stream, take a drink. And the third rule, which is specific to this prompt, is
Whenever-
folklore is explained.
Is mentioned.
yes, when lore is explained. Folklore.
We're so good. We're really good.
Yeah. We got each other. It's
I
fine.
like as I was saying it, I realized we didn't talk about it today, and I didn't remember it. Cool.
That's for all those times that you've like tested us
Yeah.
to make sure that we're paying attention.
Mhm. We got our backs, each other's backs, guys. We've been doing this for, as of yesterday, 8 months, 7 months.
We've almost made a baby.
May,
No.
June, July,
No.
August, September, October, November, December. 8 months.
Some babies are born this early.
We've got a
lot of
preemie.
babies are born this early.
We got breathe.
No, we're going full term, guys. Full term.
I like it.
I
I
can't.
like it. Less hospital bills. I like it.
For the new year. Baby for the
Yeah.
new year.
Natural birth.
Yeah. Sag season, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna be a Capricorn, honestly. It's fine.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong being a
There's
cat.
Yes.
nothing wrong with it.
There's
As
nothing
long
wrong.
as it's not a Gemini.
Smoking like a true cat.
There's nothing wrong being a cat. He's gonna be very frugal, or she, whatever our baby comes out to be. They're gonna be smart, good with money. You know, it's just gonna be great.
I
I'll
didn't
be,
even know those were Capricorn traits. That's so funny.
I'll be so
Well,
proud
there's a
of my
lot
baby.
of negative traits.
Wait, who's
2.
a Capricorn?
Hey.
Me,
Nice.
When's your birthday, X?
January 7th, 1998.
Hey,
It's coming up.
what are Capricorns afraid of?
Nothing.
Ooh, you're hitting the 2-3 soon, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
I'm
big
old.
2-3.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
you're falling right behind
Right. Well, I'm like 12 months.
All right.
you.
Let's kick off the stream, guys.
Ooh.
Starting with the Deja's piece. Deja, you got 2 pieces tonight.
I did write 2 pieces because I'm indecisive. It's gonna be great, guys. The first one's kind of long, the second one's shorter. So, the first one is called Bell's Nickel, and the cast is I will be narrating. Ruben will be played by Kai. Rue will be played by Amy Lynn. Benny will be played by Sophie, and Dr. Van will be played by Nick. All right, if everyone is ready, we can begin. We open to a family in their living room putting the last finishing touches on their Christmas cookies to Santa. One mom walks in with milk in a glass and hands it to the young boy who's sitting next to his other mom by the fireplace.
Oh, Mom, is this oat milk? Do you think Santa will like it? What if he doesn't and gives me coal? What if he puts me on the naughty list forever and I get coal for the rest of my life?
Calm down, honey. I'm sure Santa will like anything you give him. And besides, you could never be on the naughty list. You're the nicest kid in the world.
Yeah, what naughty kid would make him milk and cookies? You have nothing to worry about, okay?
If you say so.
Now, time for bed so Santa can come with your presents.
Oh, can I stay up 20 more minutes? I wanted to play with my friends online. There's this new game teaser that we wanted to play together.
Not tonight. It'll still be there when you wake up in the morning.
But I just wanted 20
No
minutes.
buts. Come on, Santa's already on his way, but if you're awake, he might skip our house. And I don't know about you, but I want my presents.
You're funny, Mom. Grown-ups don't get presents from Santa. They're too old for toys.
Both moms follow behind Reuben to his room. After reading him a bedtime story, they make sure the windows are locked, turn off his light, and leave the room. They turn down the hall to seemingly go to their bedroom, but are actually going to the basement to wrap his presents. After they quietly make it to their destination,
Adults actually not get gifts from Santa?
No, we don't get toys from Santa anymore. To kids, Santa is something that is just for them. Something grown-ups can't be a part of. That's part of what makes it special.
They should include that in the parenting handbook.
They do. It's next to how you should never forget they lost a tooth and have them wake up to no money.
See, I missed that part because I was too busy worrying about how to keep the Easter Bunny alive.
You're cute when you keep the joke going.
they kiss but stay in their embrace.
Some might say too long.
As long as that some isn't you.
They hold each other, willing the other to not let go while not wanting to be the one to do it first. Suddenly, they hear a scream from upstairs. It's bone-chilling, and they know it all too well. Reuben. They tumble over each other trying to get to him first. Finally making it up the stairs, Benny is in the lead with Rue on her tail as they get to his door. It's locked. Rue tries it too, still locked. She takes a step back to prepare herself and charges forward with all her strength and adrenaline, attempting to break the door down. That didn't work, and now her shoulder is on fire, which she'll definitely feel later, but right now it doesn't matter. So she tries again, this time using her other shoulder. Still in vain, because the door doesn't move, and now both her shoulders feel like she has been branded. Benny takes out her debit card and jimmies it between the lock and door frame, and it pops open, finally. They rush into the room where they find Reuben on the floor in the fetal position, still screaming and crying. Rue notices the window is wide open and goes to close it, while Benny rushes to Reuben. Rue joins them shortly after.
Reuben, sweetie, what happened? Talk to me. What's wrong? Tell us what happened.
Please, Reuben. How did you get on the floor, honey? Why was your window open?
Just then, they both notice that he's been trying to hold his back, so they rolled him over to his stomach. After lifting his shirt, that's when they see it. A lone whip mark on his right shoulder, ending at his left side. It's gnarly, really bloody, and will definitely leave a nasty scar. So they scoop him up, knowing they won't get any answers out of him like this, and prepare to go to the hospital. On the drive, it's silent. Reuben has stopped crying and is now passed out from exhaustion and shock, while Benny and Rue are in their own thoughts to break the silence. They arrive to the hospital where he is immediately rushed to the back, and they are left in the waiting room.
Are you the parents of Reuben?
Yes,
we're
we're
his
his
moms.
moms.
Can we talk in private?
He leads them from the waiting room just outside of their son's hospital room. They're able to look in but not enter yet.
Your son is sedated now, so he can sleep off the pain from his operation. He needed a total of 30 stitches, and he will need to come back to get them removed. But that's all technicality. What I want to talk about is how he received his injury. Where were you when this happened?
What are you trying to say, Doctor? Van? That he's being abused at home? Because that's the only other option. Fuck you.
Baby, calm down. He's not implying that we had anything to do with it, right?
No, 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 no. No, of course not. I've seen this injury before on kids. More so around Christmas time and even more on Christmas Eve. Every year. It's never failed.
I'm not following. What's your point?
Yeah, and you need to make it quick so we can see our son already.
Of course, I'm trying to put this delicately. So, have you ever heard of the Belsnickel?
The what now?
The Belsnickel. I should have known.
So you've heard of it. Great. So I don't have to explain that it isn't over. Not by a long shot. It will be back, and I suggest you get your family prepared.
But I'm not even German. I've just heard stories.
I'm German. Well, I have some on my mom's side.
You never told me that. We've known each other for 10 years, Rue.
It's a big deal. I didn't think it was important.
It's very important. This comes from your family.
Can someone please explain to me what's going on? Why is this my fault? Why does it matter that I have the tiniest bit of German in me?
Just then, over the intercom, someone calls for Dr. Van, explaining that it's a code jingle and he needs to report back to the operation room ASAP.
Code jingle. Another kid. I gotta go. But someone will come discharged with details and aftercare, and when to return to remove his stitches. Good luck to both of you.
Baby, I really need some answers from you.
First, can we go check on Ruben?
Rue could tell that Benny was stalling, but allowed her to because she wanted to see Ruben too. They rushed to his bedside as he woke from his sleep. Happy to see them, he gives them both hugs, so they were happy to allow it to last as long as he wanted.
Honey, can you come with me to the bathroom? I need help with something.
You guys can kiss in front of me. I don't mind.
Well, thank you for your permission, little man.
No kissing. I just need to talk to Mom about something important. It's actually about how we can get Santa to come back to our house to give you extra gifts because you were awake and on the way to the hospital when he was supposed to come. How's that sound?
That sounds awesome. Do you think he'll do it?
Oh, you bet.
Okay. Just don't leave the room, please. I don't want to be alone again.
We won't, sweetie. We'll be right in the bathroom if you need us. But try to rest, okay?
They get into the bathroom, and as the door closes, the conversation immediately begins.
Okay, I know you have a lot of questions about why it matters that you're German, and honestly, there's no easy way to put this. You'll think I'm crazy.
Already do, so you have nothing to lose.
This is a serious issue, Rue. Okay, here goes. So, there's this German folklore about a being called Belsnickel. It only affects the people in Germany or those who have German in them. It's supposed to come around Christmas, like Santa, and give treats like candy and nuts to kids that are good, essentially on the nice list. But unlike Santa, when a kid is being naughty or is on the naughty list, instead of coal, they are punished by it. It whips them on their backs with a switch, and once it happens the first time, it's more likely that it will come back for any mistake the kid makes.
Let's say I do believe you. Our kid, Ruben, he doesn't have a bad bone in his body, so it wouldn't have come to our house in the first place.
Unless he was naughty last night after we put him to bed.
By doing what? Opening his window? Maybe he was hot or something.
Maybe we should ask him.
As they leave the bathroom, they bump into Ruben, who's been listening at the door for who knows how long.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to know what Santa was going to say.
Ruben, let's get you back in bed. Now, I want to answer truthfully, okay? When your mom and I left your room tonight, did you go to sleep?
Yes, I went to sleep.
Tell us the truth. We can tell when you aren't.
Okay, I stayed awake until I heard you go to your room, then I got up and logged into my game and messaged my friend. I really wanted to play the new game with her. I'm sorry. But then I got scared that someone was watching, so I got back in my bed and got under the covers, and that's when I felt it. It was furry, and it smelled really bad, like trash.
What was it? Did it hurt you?
It was nice at first, but then it got angry with me, so it hit me. really hard on my back. And I started crying, and then before you came in my room, it hid under my bed. Do you think it's still there?
No, honey, I'm sure it's gone now.
Believe me now? This thing isn't just something I made up.
Okay, I'm sorry, but you have to admit it's hard to believe. But now what? Do we go home? What if it's still there? Does it hurt grown-ups too, or is it just one of those exclusive things for kids?
Rue, seriously, not the time for jokes, but to answer your question, I don't know what we're gonna do. We should definitely get more information out of that doctor. He definitely seems like he could be valuable. That'd be a good place to start.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right.
Is Santa still gonna bring me my presents?
And
Oh, that was cute. I mean,
You
it
can read,
was
guys.
sad. It was scary.
folklore. All right. Well, if it's all right with you guys, I would like to go straight into the next one.
Wait, is
Right.
it? Oh, it's not a continuation?
No,
Okay, I was curious what was gonna happen.
but you shall see.
Dang
Alright,
it.
so this one it's called. I don't really know how to pronounce this. So we're gonna say Perchta. Her name is Perchta. So the stage directions will be read by me. Jenny will be played by Amy Lynn. Fawn will be Sophie. Leo will be Xavier, and Perchta will also be Sophie. All right, guys,
We're just hopping right in
let's
with it.
do this. We're reading Perchta, Nick. Okay. We open to a family driving along a neighborhood full of Christmas lit houses on a brisk December night, December 13th to be exact, 12 nights before Christmas. There are Christmas carolers going from house to house singing 12 Days of Christmas just for good measure.
Why does everyone put up scarecrows in their yard for Christmas? I don't like them.
I agree, hun. It's a little weird, but people just have different ways they like to decorate. But don't worry, we won't ever put one in our yard.
Oh, come on, Fonny, tell the truth. There's a legend that's been around for generations. It's time. I think it's about time we.
We've been over this, and you know she's too young to hear about that.
Tell me, please. I promise I won't get nightmares.
See? She's not gonna have nightmares.
You could tell her, but if she does have nightmares tonight, then it'll be you sleeping in her room.
That was supposed to be for fun.
That's fine.
Awkward.
Great. Honey Bunch, you're in for a great story. So, since the dawn of time, people of Austria have been passing down the tale of Perchta. She's this ancient being that comes to visit children during the 12 days of Christmas. And on the 25th, she leaves until the next year. But not before she takes some naughty children with her.
Daddy, you're so silly. What happened if you're not bad? Like me. Is she nice?
Yes, she'll give you any reward you want. So maybe you can ask her for that purple bike you've been dying for.
Hey, I'm not done yet. So, yes, you get rewarded for being good. But if you've been bad, then she punishes you. She'll cut open your belly and rip out all your intestines and replace them with straw. And your soul will go with her for all eternity. Okay, now I'm done. Do you like the story, Honey Bunch? Not too scary, right?
Scary at all.
The family finally returns to their house. As they pull into the driveway, Jenny gets an idea.
Hey, Mom, can I play my game for a while before I go to bed?
Of course, sweetie. Just don't stay up too late, okay? We have plans to go to your grandparents' place tomorrow, bright and early.
I won't.
She heads inside and her parents untie the Christmas tree from top of the car. They got a real one this year off of Jenny's request.
Do you think it was a good idea to tell her that story so close to bedtime?
Yeah, relax, Fonny. She's growing up. She's not our little kid anymore.
I know, I just get worried.
You know what? I think you still need some eggnog. It usually calms you down. Want some?
Why not? But could you make it the way you do, with the cinnamon stick and...
And the rum? I'll put the fixings, don't worry. You just sit down and relax.
Jenny is upstairs in her room now. She's at her computer desk and is logging on to play with her friends. She starts to play one round and gets into her groove around the third time she plays, and so do her friends, but they are no match for her. After what seems like a little while, she looks up at the time and sees that hours have passed and it's now past her bedtime. Usually her parents would have come to check on her by now, but no one even knocked. But what she didn't know was that her parents had had too much spiked eggnog and were currently passed out downstairs on the couch. She ignored her conscience telling her to go to bed because she was having too much fun. So she played another round, then another round, and then another. She lost count of how many more she played until something knocked on her window. Curious, she leaves her game on pause and goes to investigate.
Let me in, please.
Here.
It's so cold outside. Please let me in.
So let strangers in the house. Or talk to them.
But we're not strangers. You're Jenny Dion and I'm Perchta.
Perchta?
So you've heard of me. Excellent. So, you see, we're not strangers. Now please let me in. I can't feel my fingers.
Are you gonna hurt me?
Only if you've been a bit naughty.
I haven't.
So she lets her in, and the feel of the room shifts.
Why are you still awake? Isn't it past your bedtime?
Well, technically, yes, but my parents haven't said anything, so I think it's okay if I'm up late tonight.
No, your mom told you to go to bed early and you're still awake. That's naughty if you ask me.
But if she wanted me to sleep, then she would have come up and tell me.
No excuses, young lady. And here I thought I was going to reward you with your dream bike. But no, sadly, tonight must go a different way.
Please don't hurt me. I'm not a bad kid. I just wanted to play my game for a little longer. I can go to bed right now, and we can forget about this, and I'll be on the good list again, right?
But that's not how it worked, and they both knew it. And what comes next is graphic. Perchta charges Jenny where she stands, and Jenny has no time to dodge her. She's lifted from the ground and slammed onto her bed. Dazed now, Jenny's on her back, not able to see straight. Then she realizes that she can't move. Perchta has pinned her down. She takes out this long, curved knife that looks old and scary. She places the blade to Jenny's abdomen, then starts to sink the blade into the poor kid's flesh, dragging it up from the belly button to chest. Once the incision has been made, her hand digs into the hole, taking out her large and small intestines with 2 hard tugs. Jenny has passed out by now, so there were never any screams. Then she reaches into her knapsack for her next item, a bag full of straw. Taking out handfuls at a time, she begins to shove each one into the hole, like filling a pillowcase with cotton. After the work is done, she cleans up the blood. She takes the straw-filled Jenny and places her on her bed, as if she were sleeping, and makes her way to the window. Jenny's ghost is seen standing next to Perchta, and they both disappear into the night. The next morning, Fawn and Leo awake on the couch. As Leo cleans up their mess, Fawn heads upstairs to wake Jenny, so they can leave for the grandparents. Walking into her room, she stops in her tracks and takes in the sight. A scarecrow on the bed, window wide open, and computer on. She shakily walks over to the computer to find a conversation left over between Jenny and her friend. It reads, "I'm going to bed. I feel like someone is watching me." It's from her friend, Ruben. End.
I knew it.
Hmm?
I knew it.
You have a thing against kids playing video games.
For it to go that way.
Is it
but I was
because
like,
I play video
this
games
is
a lot?
awkward.
Are you mad at me? It's a sign.
I want this in my universe of what I wrote.
Oh gosh.
Bro.
This is nice.
That
I don't
that
know.
last scene was so graphic.
I know.
was.
I'm sorry.
No,
was
I
good,
liked
though.
it.
I
It was really
warned
good.
you.
I don't know if this would be more effective as a horror story for kids to like not stay up past their bedtime, or for parents to really like check on their kids and make sure they're not.
Yeah.
Ed?
Or just
Or
leave
both.
it. Thanks, guys. That was a great read. Started off strong.
Like it.
Sorry.
I like
Wow,
it.
wow, wow.
Yeah.
It's
That was really cool.
it's
fun.
perfectly in the vein of scary stories to tell in the dark,
Mm.
and it fits so perfectly into that kind of medium. It's really
Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
Jesus, you went so graphic on the.
Yeah, I tried to give you a little warning. I was like, this next part is graphic.
Amazing.
And
It
it's
was
fun to
great.
read. Just throw it out of your minds when you go to bed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have nightmares. I like it.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not gaming after the stream tonight. I know that much.
This
Oh,
is
no,
why I
see,
don't like
I'm gaming with my knife out, okay?
Oh man, excellent scripts. Up next, Christian Morgan.
Awesome. This is
Woohoo.
less graphic, but okay. It's a feline fiasco. I'm gonna read the stage directions. The narrator is gonna be Nick. Anna is Amy Lynn. Ava is I'm so sorry. Deja and Stefan is Kai. Yola Kotorin is X. All right, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Indeed.
All right. Interior cabin night.
Tonight, a small land celebrates the festival of Yuletide. Many workers prepared for the tradition. But one family could not afford the toll of this ride, and they'll soon see the cost of omission.
Papa, welcome home. Mama and I worried you would never return.
Worry not, my honeycomb, but I must talk to Mama about my concern.
What is it, my dear? I could hear you from the other room.
But there was only a tear, and that was a sure sign of doom.
Papa, please tell us what's wrong.
Papa, what kind of trouble did you get us into?
It's all okay, we'll be strong, but first I must give you something brand new.
From behind his back he did pull two something small. They were pairs of socks made from wool.
Is that all?
Sadly, yes, there's nothing more. We tried to harvest anything we could.
But the crops were all too poor?
Yes, but everything was barren where I stood.
What are we to do now?
Papa, don't leave us like this. We'd rather lose the cow.
Hush now, we mustn't fight the remiss.
So, Papa and Mama and little Anna too all gathered their blankets to sleep by the fire. Both Mama and Anna would say an adieu. Little they knew how things would grow more dire.
Knock, knock, little ones. I see you asleeping. Let's have some funs. Oh, please don't start weeping.
Without a thought, Anna stood up and let out a shout with tears in her eyes.
Oh, please, little one. You should have some doubt that anyone will hear your cries.
What is that, and what'll it do?
I'm the Yule Cat, and I'll eat you.
But Eva stepped up, swinging at the beast.
Don't touch my pup, or you'll become our next feast.
Calm, Mama. It is here for me. I didn't have enough for new clothes. Leave them alone and just eat me with glee. We all know why and how this goes.
But Anna began to have a thought. She pulled off the wool sock.
Here, Papa, take what I got.
Oh, what in the ever-living bullocks?
Ha! Take that, you overgrown feline. You shall never take what is ours.
You think I follow the rules like a mangy canine? I can still break the rules with my powers.
Before the Yule Cat could bite on his prey, they all heard the sound of a whistle nearby.
Curses, you are saved on this day.
And you thought you were the wise guy.
The family erupted in laughter as the beast slumped off into the woods. So remember this story hereafter, or you'll become the Yule Cat's goods.
I love the fact that it
Mm-hmm.
rhymed.
The rhymes are so smooth.
Classic
seem more
Christmas
cheery than what was
storybook
actually happening.
Yeah.
style. That was so cool.
Oh my gosh, yes. Please get an artist and just
Mm-hmm.
go ham with that.
Sell it at Barnes and Noble.
Yes! So
That's a great Christmas book. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
This
was such
is-
a like festive mood setter, even though it was scary. But like, we have a lot of like Christmassy horror going on so far.
Mm-hmm. It's funny how the two work so well together.
Mm.
Like, why is that?
Because I always you tell like kids not to be naughty, and you tell like a scary story of something happening.
You are naughty. I don't like it. Oh,
This is gonna be a deep cut. You know the crack cat, or the crack cat in the wall from Dark Souls 1? There's a meme about it that we used to share in the Discord a lot, Christian. That's what I picture as the Yule Cat. I'll send a picture for everybody for context, but
Nice.
Put
it's
it up on the stream.
okay. Cracked Out Wildcat. That's the name of it.
Cracked out. What a name.
Oh, Christian, I had a question. Is it if you don't get a present, you get eaten by the cat?
It's if you don't get new clothes, and it's a really strange.
Oh my god.
But I
Dang.
like it. It's an interesting Icelandic tradition.
Huh.
Iceland. That makes sense. It's cold over there.
Oh,
Actually, we should make like from Deja stories to like Christians. They should have like because like if you think about it, America's like a melting pot of like traditions, right? So like Nick's character in Deja's is like, yeah, this whip happens a lot. So like, what if the Yule Cat steals, eats kids, and like there's like other traditions from every culture in America, and all these things go into like these Christmas
Dr. Van has to
horror
operate
stories.
on them.
Yeah.
That
Poor
would be
Dr.
really cool.
Van. Gotta deal
Ooh.
with all their parents.
Yeah.
These poor
We can
children.
call this series folklore. It'd be great.
Cracked Out Wild
Genesis
Kitten is
Owl.
on stream right now.
And it's fucking great.
It hasn't appeared yet.
Okay.
We're just waiting.
Also, Julith E. Human, thank you so much for stopping by. We love Painted by Nick, and I'm hoping to get him on the stream pretty soon. So you'll have to check out that stream too.
Woo!
For joining.
Yeah,
welcome.
Cracked Out Wildcat, dude. I love that you went so hard on the rhymes. It
Thank
was
you.
so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's never easy. 'Cause it's like, what the hell rhymes with, I don't know, Yule Cap? I don't know.
It's like you're like bending the classic storyteller or like storytelling tropes. I love it, dude. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Nice.
Up next, Xavier Pace.
Oh, okay. Well, this one's a long one. I'll just say that. All right. The cast is Amy Lynn is Elvia and Skirma. Christian is Elvis and Man. Deja is Woman. Kai is Stain. Nick is Mr. Claus. Sophie is Saint. And I am the narrator and Eric. If everyone is ready. Okay. Interior, old northern home, day. We see a woman in her mid-20s, laying on the bed, an old wood frame. She swings her feet as music plays.
Hello.
We hear a bellowing voice as a 6-foot-tall man who is shaped like a bodybuilder with a long white beard and hair to match.
Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. Ho ho.
He laughs.
Why don't you come downstairs to the kitchen? Elvia is cooking your favorites.
The girl already turned around, looks at her father with annoyance.
No, Dad, I'm fine up here. I'll be leaving before Christmas.
What about coming down to the workshop? Wait, leaving? You just got here!
Yeah, I'm not staying for the holidays. I'm going out hunting.
Oh. Well, that's alright. Maybe next year I can get you to stay after Thanksgiving.
The girl begins to clean up her room and pack her sack.
Oh, you might want to come say hi to Elvis, unless he'll come find you again.
For a 200-year-old elf, he still can track like no other.
They both laugh and begin to walk downstairs. As soon as the girl reaches the bottom step, her name is called out.
St. Claus.
The 3-foot elf, Elvia, calls out. Elvia, mid-40s, in human years. She's a southern elf.
Saint, I made your favorites. Cream frosted.
Snickerdoodle cookies?
That's right.
Thank you so much. I miss these on the road.
Good for any occasions. I'll pack some for you and head out. And listen, we love you and will always support you. So go get 'em.
Thank you.
Saint says as she walks down into the workshop. Mr. Claus, after her, gives Elvia a thankful nod and heads down. As they walk down to the workshop, there is an array of weapons on one side and then toys on the other. There is an elf banging away on the table.
Hey, Eric, is it done?
Just finished the final touches. And it's wonderful. Fully equipped. Saint, you're gonna like this one. Saint goes up and sees a composite bow. She picks it up. It's light as a feather, but sturdy as a diamond.
Oh, this is great. And the arrows.
Well, think of the type of arrow you want and pull the bowstring. She takes a moment and closes her eyes. She gradually pulls the bowstring. She pulls, a light appears in the composite bow with a fish point.
This is great. I'll never run out of arrows when hunting.
You just be careful out there. We can send aid whenever.
Thanks, Eric.
You sure you don't want to ride with us on our trip or stay here with Elvia?
It's never the same since Mom's not here.
I know.
Mr. Claus goes to fix some toys, as Saint goes to gather weapons on the other side of the shop.
Well, finally you made it, Blondie.
An old elf walks out behind the curtain. He holds himself tall for an elf. Elvis points his cane at Saint.
Come with me.
They all follow quietly. Mr. Claus nudges Saint.
He's been working on this since last Thanksgiving.
They walk through a curtain and see a matte black reindeer sled. Oh, wow. That's nice. Who's going to pull it?
Rain shall pull it. He's the strongest.
Rain? I haven't seen him in years.
The workshop doors fling open, and the snowy breeze creeps in. But a young buck walks in, heads right to Saint.
Rain. Look at your antlers and all. You look so good. Are you ready?
Rain, the reindeer, bows majestically.
Still as smooth as ever.
They all laugh. As the laughter dies down, the elves leave and Mr. Claus is left.
Can we talk for a second?
There's a pause.
I love you, but come and make toys once in a while. Once I'm gone, you'll have to take up the mantle.
Oh, and be Santa Claus? I don't think so. I'd rather hunt demons than give out toys.
Everyone in the family has done their part. The reason the first sled was so fast was because of St. Nicholas and slaying a demon and using its blood to make his sled faster. And after that, he handed out toys he made to less fortunate families. And so that legend continues.
I'd rather just do the demon hunting part. Besides, the legend will live on even without a real Santa. Families give out gifts in your name.
But not all families are capable of doing that. So I will always spread cheer, because it is bigger than me.
I won't give up on my hunt until I find the Krampus that killed Mom. Did you see the news? Over 100 kids kidnapped this year. She's out there, I feel it.
Well,
The Krampus you want to be wary of are the ones with cognitive abilities. They know how to speak and shapeshift.
In touch with more of the demonic side, I would say.
remember, they are instinctual creatures, more like any other. The Krampus is strongest at the end of the summer solstice around September, and the beginning of the winter solstice around holidays. They hibernate until late spring.
I'll remember.
Time to eat?
Elva calls down from the kitchen. They all head up, even Rain. Cut to Forest Trail night. We see the matte black sled being pulled at Rain at a great pace. Satan is blown up and sitting in bearskin as her platinum hair flows in the snowy wind.
I'm headed to the center of Taiga.
She says over the communication system in the sled.
Okay, be cautious.
Dad, I know. I can feel it. I'm close.
Just be careful. Call me if you need help. I'll be around.
Thanks, Dad. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Saint. Ho, ho.
Mr. Claus hangs up.
All right, boys. We're gonna try to beat the record!
The reindeer on the sled prance and jump in excitement. Back in the forest, Saint and Rain continue forward.
Go get him, Dad. Okay, Rain, just a little further, yeah?
Cut to abandoned town, night. Saint stops in abandoned town. The only thing you hear is her footsteps in the snow.
Hey, Rain. Go to the outskirts of the forest. If anything happens, I'll meet you at the last camp.
Rain begins to pull the sled back the way they came. He looks back and nods and runs off. Saint continues to move forward and finds tracks of a Krampus. She takes out her bow and follows the tracks into a building.
This is an old school building. I'll send a relay message to the shop, and they'll contact Dad.
She drops a beacon at the entrance of the school. As she continues down the hallway of the school, she hears something.
Oh, you've come to finish what's just begun.
Exactly.
Multiple young Krampus attack. They range in size at a young age, 2 to 4 feet. Saint quickly backs up as they lunge at her, quickly pulling her bowstring, shooting 3 right in the eye. She runs past them and pulls the anchored arrow from their heads. The Krampus fall in agony. She looks at the rest.
Is that the best you got?
The rest lunge at her as she takes out her knives. She swiftly cuts 2 Krampus heads off in one fell swoop.
Come on!
She says angrily as she tackles one and pummels it to death. The other 3 Krampus run. She throws her knives at 2 of them. She sprints forward, past the 2, just a few paces. She pulls on a metallic string and rips the 2 Krampus in 2. The last one she chases in the halls.
Where are you going?
She says as she chases the monster, smiling with rage. She tackles the Krampus into the gym, where there are more mature Krampus resided. The 3 look up from their meal. There's a pool of blood, with a pair of toddler shoes left.
I'm going to kill you, you bastards!
She yells. The Krampus she tackled is now with the other 3. She begins to stand, and the young Krampus make sounds of joy. As they stand, their height reaches 6 feet, meaning they are reaching adulthood. The Krampus in the middle begins to speak.
If you kill her, just leave the heart for Mother. She'll need it for power.
The Krampus speaks with authority. He looks at the younger Krampus.
Useless.
He crushes the younger Krampus under his hoof.
Now it's our turn. Go!
The Krampus move at great speed, so quickly Saint had no time to realize she was knocked back into the wall.
Damn, I lost my cool.
She says, coughing up blood.
Okay, now I'm ready.
She gets up and matches pace with the Krampus. She blocks her sharp nails with her blades. She kicks off the back of one and fires a flurry of arrows down on another. As that Krampus is stuck by her chained arrow, as she falls to the ground, she removes her barefoot, revealing weapons along her body. She hits the ground and lunges at the other. As she is running, she pulls 2 swords off her back and clashes with the Krampus. Cut to outside the school, night. There are 2 beings looking in on the fight upon a hill. They are shrouded in furs to keep from the cold.
So, what's happening?
She's holding her own. She's taken some damage.
Who is she fighting?
Well, it's Stain.
Damn, really? Think she'll kill him?
Maybe. She's good. She killed the other 2 already.
Damn it, brother.
He's made his choice.
Cut to school building, night. Saint has run her sword through the last Krampus.
Wait, what about the one in chains?
The more he struggles, the tighter it will become until...
There's a pop sound heard throughout the gym. A Krampus head lands at Stain's feet.
That's incredible. Well, I'm Stain, and I'm gonna kill you.
My name is not important, because I won't be dying, but I shall remember you as just a stepping stone.
Good!
As Stain says that, he begins to transform and become smaller. He's turning human. As this happens, a shockwave of dark energy shoots out from him. Stain becomes a man that is wearing a red tattered shirt and with blue jeans. He's very stylish. He holds the blade of dark energy.
Now come, let me have a battle.
Did you forget what day it is today? This is when I'm at my strongest.
Saint kneels down and begins to speak.
Come, all ye faithful.
Light like the winds of snow dance around her, just like the old reindeer she once named. Saint's 2 swords now glow with light energy.
Festive.
Stain lunges forward as Saint blocks and counters with her left-handed sword. They counter each other with blow of their own. As she pushes Stain back, she catches him with a roundhouse. Stain, stumbling, strikes his sword to the ground, and shadows erupt from the ground and each attacks Saint. She rolls out of the way, strikes down some, but they are quicker. She blocks left, then right. She barely blocks the shadow coming from below. It lifts her up into the air. Shadows rush at her in the air. She throws her swords. Just seconds after another, shadows rush at her.
Light skip.
The shadows crush Saint.
It's over. A wonderful battle.
He laughs. Stain hears a bell toll.
What is that?
He looks at the sword as it reverts this bell sound.
Your bell tolls.
Stain turns to look as he's being slashed. Blood gushes from his side.
Came out of the sword in front of me as the other pulled you out, cutting me twice.
He laughs.
Excellent.
Stain says as he bursts into black ash. A blood-red crystal falls in his place.
A demon stone. That's weird for a killed Krampus to drop. Who knows? I might need it for what's to come.
As she begins to walk out of the gym, the floor gives way, and she falls into a chasm. A voice calls out.
It seems you fell to your end.
Saint pops open a flare. She sees what looks like millions of youngling Krampus. In the middle of them all is a female Krampus, Skirma. She sat atop a throne of bones.
Why have you come here?
You killed my mother.
If you only knew the full truth of your words.
Skirma changes her shape to a woman in mid-30s, brown hair and hazel eyes.
How dare you look like her?
Does this bother you, little claws?
I'll kill you.
Skirma waves her hand in disapproval as many Krampus attack Saint. Saint takes them down with ease, but more continue to come. They pour out of the holes from the rock from the floor. Saint demolishes them, one after another, and takes a leap at the throne.
You will tell me what you mean.
This is boring.
Skirma changes once more. This time, red energy pushes Saint back. As we see Skirma's true form, the red energy emits from her. This woman with dark black hair, figure is sleek but lustrous. She is dressed in a low-cut black dress. Her red energy makes the Krampus go berserk. They become fast and more ferocious.
Seems they're lusting for blood. Do what you will to her. I'm leaving.
I won't let you.
Let? You won't survive the night. I'm done playing.
Skirma goes in the opening of a wall. The Krampus begin to attack Saint.
Get out of my way!
Saint is being held in place by the overwhelming number of foes. They just keep coming from the crevices of the cave. She's getting tired and sloppily fighting.
Damn, I can't die here.
The moon scythe is a dangerous weapon. Use it once a month if it calls for it. The feedback from this weapon has killed its wielders before.
I know, but I have no choice.
Saint puts her weapons away and begins to bring forth energy. As the Krampus close in, her energy gets stronger. The moonslide, a blade like no other, reflects what's in the sky. A true wielder can call upon its strength any time, but there hasn't been a true wielder in decades, until now.
Crescent moon scythe.
The shock from the pure energy burns a front line of Krampus. The scythe gives her back her edge. She begins taking them on tenfold. She cuts them down one after another, but it's not enough. She slows from her previous injuries and the one she is sustaining now. Something calls to her.
Use me. I crave battle.
This demon stone calls to me. I can still hear Stain's voice.
She takes out the stone.
Consume me. Then my powers will be yours and much more.
No one's ever consumed one in my family, only used to enhance weapons. But I have no choice.
She puts the stone in her mouth and swallows it whole.
To battle!
Light and dark energy swirl around her. She begins to float in midair. The scythe began to change color. She opens her eyes and her pupils look like red snowflakes.
Crescent blood
moon scythe.
Blackout. Outer cave, sunrise. At the cave entrance, we see a hand pop out. It is clawed and bloodied. Saint pulls herself out, her clothes in tatters and cuts from head to toe.
I am not finished.
She screams as she falls to the ground, but before passing out in the cold, she sees shadows of people.
I can't believe she killed them all.
Hurry, let's take her before they come back.
Hold on. Little Claus, this is only the beginning.
This reality shall continue. That's the end.
Yeah, that was epic.
So epic.
What?
Imagery.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the coolest battles. Like, that was like straight out of an anime. That was awesome.
Legit, for real.
Seriously.
Yo, the guy I play, Stain, he kind of reminds me of, I don't know his name, Kappa from My Hero.
I don't know. He's the guy who's fighting with Fat Gum and
Oh yeah, I know. You're talking about. I know
the
you're
one
talking
who just wants to fight.
The hard guy?
Huh?
The hard guy?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, the one who was fighting with him.
Yeah.
I should watch My Hero.
Yeah, you should.
Yes.
You should.
Yes, you should.
We have to finish it.
We do. Whatever.
That was really cool, X.
Thank you.
Yeah. I really want to see. I think Nick was talking about it yesterday at Tech, but I really want to see the like snowflake eyes.
Yes. I was just about to bring it up
Oh, no.
again, dude. The visual.
When we get that animation budget,
Yes.
Ain't gonna happen.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Get that Disney money.
And also the idea that the clauses are all like demon slayers, and that's why the slay is so fast. That's so cool.
Like,
How creative.
it's not magic, it's the blood of the foes.
well, yeah, because like I forgot I wrote this like a couple days because I wrote this the Wednesday we played that board game, and there was a song like it was talking about what does Santa Claus do when it's not Christmas. I was like, oh, okay.
We gonna write it.
He just slays demons.
He plays demon.
That's fantastic.
It makes sense.
It's the next option, I think.
I love it, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He protects children.
In more ways than one.
Right.
Exactly.
When we're gonna see Saints jump into Deja's stories, right?
Yeah, that's actually that's what I was thinking. I was like, I want that in my universe because those characters and even yeah, like those characters I like it, and even the Yule Cat, I was like,
Yeah.
I can see saying trying to cut him up,
Insane.
All of these stories are in the same universe.
Yo,
I love that.
Because they're all Christmas.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Up next, Amy Lynn Pereira.
Oh God! All
So
right,
excited.
let's go. Okay, this is the gnarly 9. We've got X as Dad and Comet, Alex as Little Johnny, Hooligan, Blitzen, Kai. Give me your best in a world narration.
Oh God, here we
Do
go.
it.
D, you are Dasher, Prancer, and Rudolph. Nick, you're Dancer, Donner. Sophie, you're Vixen, Cupid. All
Oh,
right.
there's 2 separate. Okay.
Yes, sorry. Multiple characters. We've got to fill them all. All right, let's go
I'm excited.
for this shit show. All right. Interior bedroom night. Little Johnny, 5, sits on his bed. Having brushed his teeth like a good little boy, he's all ready to go to sleep, but not before his much anticipated bedtime story. Little Johnny's dad walks in. He looks at the bookshelf, deciding which story to tell. Instead, he turns away and looks at his son.
Different kind of story tonight, kiddo.
Oh boy, do I!
Okay, sit tight. Let me grab something.
The dad runs out of the room. A moment later, he comes back with his laptop in hand.
I'm about to show you the greatest unreleased trailer you'll ever see.
He presses play. An old trailer from the 70s startup. It starts with a black screen.
Crime lurks around every corner, all over the world.
There's action music playing in the background and quick B-roll of suspicious characters in different countries near famous wonders of the world like the Eiffel Tower, Big Ben, San Francisco, Great Wall, etc.
But who has the ability to stop everywhere all at once? To be everywhere all at once to stop these evildoers?
In each B-roll, the camera spins away from the criminals to show 9 shadowy figures.
An elite squad of highly trained assassins out for blood.
The shadowy figures all step into the light all at once to reveal themselves as very buff and well-toned group of men and women.
They are Santa's reindeer.
One woman steps forward and gets into a runner's position. The hooligan makes a move for their gun.
Dasher.
You want a Hertz donut?
Oh what?
Before they know it, Dasher has disarmed them and knocks them to the ground.
Hertz donut.
She laughs at her own joke. A man steps forward and stretches his quads.
Dancer.
They'll never know what hit him.
Dancer, light on his feet, disappears and reappears behind one of the felons and slits their throat. He does a cool trick by flipping his knife in midair and catching it in his hand.
out of sight.
Another female steps forward. She stands on her tippy toes and bounces up and down, stretching her calf muscles.
Prancer.
Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Prancer effortlessly jumps from wall to wall, landing on top of the buildings near them. She quickly has her sniper trained on her victim. We hear her sniper go off.
Headshot.
Another woman steps forward wearing a fluffy coat.
Vixen.
She slides the coat slightly off her shoulders to reveal a bodycon velvet dress as she pretends to fall to the ground.
Oh no, someone please help. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Distractedly, one of the crooks falls for Vixen's calls and goes to help her. As soon as he's within reach, she grabs his wrist and burns him to a crisp with her deadly stare.
Dream on.
Another male steps forward and flexes his giant muscles.
Comet.
Target locked.
Comet points his finger at the culprit. We hear a missile-like sound as something comes closer. The criminal looks in every direction but cannot find the location of the sound. Suddenly, a giant rock falls from the sky and crushes the evildoer. The rock fragments that shattered on impact wounded Comet. He winces in pain.
Target destroyed.
Another woman steps forward and aims her bow and arrow at Comet.
Cupid.
Catch you on the flip side.
She lets an arrow loose as it hits Comet and shatter of light falls over him and heals his wound.
Radical Q.
Sound is a pound.
Two identical men step forward.
Donner and Blitzen.
The twins look at each other, perform their signature handshake.
I bring the thunder.
And I bring the lightning.
As if completely in sync, they each raise a fist to bring it down to the ground. Right on cue, lightning strikes a hoodlum, and he dies instantly. The thunder, focused on another criminal, makes his head explode on impact.
Give me some skin.
Right on.
Last but not least, one more figure steps forward. Their nose starts to glow red.
Rudolph.
We've got company.
From Rudolph's point of view, we see warm bodies through their infrared abilities. They're making their way towards the squad.
Let's get our groove on, cool cats.
The gang reassembles and heads out to the next fight. Title card.
The Gnarly Nine. In theaters, summer 1972.
Dad stops the video. Little Johnny's jaw still ajar, eyes wide open.
Whoa!
Cool, right?
Is that what Santa's reindeer do when they're not helping bring presents to little boys and girls?
You bet, bud.
Whoa! I want to be just like them when I grow up.
Oh my god. Can we please make this trailer?
Oh, we need to.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's so funny.
Holy
Nice.
shit.
I can imagine every single
Yeah.
intro. Entrance, like.
Amazing.
That was
The
glorious.
twins got me.
Bring the thunder, and I bring the lightning. Oh.
I see
You
the
have
aged
powers.
Gouda.
You see the what?
The what?
The aged Gouda. Yo, the powers though. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, the powers.
I was
Like,
so into it.
Cupid could heal you.
Mm.
The
Nice.
healer. We need a healer. Come on.
Yeah, you always need a healer.
We need
We
some.
look
Look at her.
crazy. Ragtag.
Boom,
you know?
boom.
Yeah. And I found all that slang on this like really weird obscure website, and I was like, I need to use as much of this as possible.
Yeah,
That-
Wait,
those
what
ones.
website? Like 70s
I
hard.
literally-
Pound.
It looks like somebody made like a Word document and post. Well, you know those like old webs. Okay, wait, hold on. Am I showing my age? Did any of you have to learn how to make a website when you were younger?
No.
I
Okay.
think so.
Yeah.
You know those like really cheesy. They're like you can pick the color of the background. The font is weird. It's like it looks like one of those kind of websites.
Oh my
I had
goodness.
to make PowerPoint. Does that count?
Oh, man.
It's okay.
I like it. I like Radical Q. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh
So
man.
cool.
Holy
Even
shit.
radical.
I know.
Get her groove on, cool cats.
Amazing.
That's a pound. Fuck yeah.
Can we have like Deja play every person she played tonight? Just different people in the trailer.
This way.
Oh man.
That was so cool. as a new way of doing it.
Made up
Ah,
my
we
own
love
folklore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
unreleased trailers. I like
I
it.
want to see that trailer so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Me
We
too.
can do it.
I want this to like 100 years from now actually be like folklore.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm making it right now. 2020 folklore. I like it.
Spread it all. Spread awareness.
Santa's assassin reindeer.
Oh my God.
From the 70s.
Santa assassin reindeers, while Santa and his family are demon hunters.
Exactly.
Hell yes.
They all make the world a better place.
We gotta film this and then like color grade it so it looks like it's really dull out of the 70s, like home video style. And like green
yeah.
screen us in front of the Eiffel Tower and shit.
Like really fake explosion.
Yes.
God, that's amazing.
We need
Big
that really
title
cool-
cards.
We need that really cool font to like just flash by.
Oh.
Yes.
Comet.
God.
Cupid.
Yeah.
Actually, I want the narrator to have like a book and just be like in a suit and tie, just walking along everything, seeing all the destruction, just like
Yes.
reading it.
Man.
Amazing.
Oh,
And
Absolutely.
you know what? That is a great segue to our final piece.
Oh, really?
Is it
How
though?
it is, I don't know, but our final piece, Kai.
There's always a through line. There's always a through
There's
line.
Oh man, oh man. That was a time. That was a time. Yeah. All right, final piece. This is called Yuletide Hunt. It is the third and final chapter of the Fall of Purgatory series on the stream. For those of you who were not here the last two streams, hello.
sorry.
Who were not here the last two streams, I wrote a continuous thing, and this is the third and final chapter. Boom, boom. It's gonna be a thing at the end. Wait, what? I'm kind of tipsy, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn this into an actual thing. There we go.
It is an actual
One
thing.
day.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't. Okay.
This is an actual thing.
I mean, okay, you know
We're
what I mean.
dreamy.
You know.
Yeah,
And,
I got you. I'm just giving you shit, dude. Don't
I
you
can't
ever
handle this right now.
disrespect us again.
Again.
It's okay.
You're right. Okay. So, cast. I will be reading stage directions as well as playing Kai, 'cause that's me. Amy Lynn will be playing Azul. Sophie will be reprising her role as Rena. Christian will be playing Paleo. Nick will be playing Balder. D will be playing Alina. And X will be playing Osias. Here we go. Okay. Exterior, Mideast Pangaea Road, Campfire Night. The Mideast of Pangaea is a snowy expanse enveloped by mountains and forests, a place where large, shimmering beasts prowl and hunt. Kai sits by a burning campfire at the foot of a mountain, the last of his smoked squirrel sitting dormant by his foot. He fiddles with an arrow with some leather bindings attached to his shaft. At the end of the leather binding is an obsidian stone. A figure comes up behind him, Azul, ageless but looks like she's in her early 20s, short-haired, wide-eyed, dark opaque skin with tattoos all over her body. She sits beside him. It's silent between the two, before Kai sheepishly places the arrow aside.
Another 3-day journey to the eastern capital. Rena thinks she's packed enough rations for the 3 of you, but we weren't expecting this much snow. I heard there was a kebab stall in Baishal with the best chicken skewers.
Kai looks at Azul briefly before turning away. Do you know what we can expect from the hike? Azul knows Kai is deflecting, but she lets him.
Mostly resistance from the snow. If we only move during the day, we shouldn't come across anything dangerous.
Meaning beasts. Rena approaches from a tent, having overheard the last bit of the conversation.
But if we do, we'd be okay, right?
Paleo, late 20s, wide-eyed with a buzz cut, tattoos of stars across the side of his face and neck, jovial and big-hearted, comes out of the tent behind Rena. He immediately reaches for some food before joining them at the fire.
With our combined strengths, we can defeat anything.
That's wishful thinking.
ever the pessimist.
It will be a challenge, but Paleo's right to some extent. If we strategize and move as one unit, we can overcome essentially anything.
And if we run into Baller and his warriors?
We will overcome that as well.
The group is silent. Kai stares into the fire, seeing himself through the flames as if unable to recognize his reflection. Azul is the only one who notices, but says nothing. Fade out. Open 2. Exterior mountainside path day. The group trudge up the snowy mountainside on their mounts, clad in several layers of fur and leather. The chill is deathly. Kai and Azul lead at the front, with Paleo at the center and Rina in the back. The horses whinny at something up ahead, refusing to go any further. Azul?
1 second. The Snow Guardian.
You said her gate hasn't opened yet.
It hadn't.
No guardian.
I don't.
Wait, like
I would have felt it, but I didn't. Like there was something blocking me from seeing it.
wait. Let's just take a step back. The Snow Guardian, as in Ira?
Yes, the Snow Guardian of Wrathgate.
The 6th Guardian.
She's loose? Her gate's open? She's out here? Now? With us?
I don't know.
Okay, let's make this quick. Ira, Guardian of the Wrathgate. What do we know about her?
She existed on Earth for a bit, only for a period in the early 18th century, solely in Iceland.
Can a guardian do that? Exist on Earth?
Guardians are sole protectors of their respective gates, but in brief periods, if they feel there's no danger, they can leave to explore different purgatories, the afterlife or Earth.
What was she doing on Earth?
Feeding.
There's a short silence.
There's a myth about her in Iceland. Gryla, they called her. She was an Icelandic Christmas folklore story on par with Santa Claus. They used her to scare children into behaving well, except her version of the naughty list included ingesting children.
Folklore that's rooted in truth.
Aren't all folklore sort of rooted in truth, though?
Is it safe to assume children are the only beings she's ingested?
I wouldn't bet on it.
Great.
I should also mention, she's considered a giantess, but compared to the other guardians, she's relatively small. Though her size has no correlation to her strength. I'd say out of all the guardians, Ira packs the meanest physical punch.
The 4 of them exchange looks. This isn't looking good. The horses continue to whinny, and some are even fighting against the reins.
Okay, the horses are thoroughly spooked. I think we should turn back.
We could go down and around, maybe avoid her till we get to the eastern capital?
But the snow is picking up, almost as if it's making way for a blizzard. This is bad, and they all know it. The snow is already falling at a rate that makes it hard to see any more, and they'd be completely in the blind. Paleo, can you cast a sight spell?
Sure, but it wouldn't do us much good if our horses are buried in 5 feet of snow.
Just do it anyway.
Wait.
Azul puts her finger to her lips. Everybody goes silent. From a distance, they can hear a faint stomping. Big feet stepping on the ground, making the earth below them tremble ever so slightly. After a minute or so, the sound stops. Kai looks around. Nothing. Then, arrows rain on them from above. Barrier! Paleo and Kai extend their hands, pushing magic through their palms. A kinetic turquoise barrier erupts in the air, shielding them from the brunt of the blow. But a couple arrows manage to sneak through, barely scraping past their horses. Rina is thrown off the saddle by her horse, who rears up in fear.
It's Boulder.
Paleo and Kai disperse their magic as the shower of arrows cease. Kai immediately turns his horse around and races towards the direction of the attackers.
Kai, wait!
Shit!
Come on.
Rina hops onto Paleo's horse, hers having fled, and the 3 of them race after him. Cut 2. Exterior mountainside clearing, day. Kai emerges from the forest path onto a clearing, though hard to tell how far it spans from the snow. On the other edge of the clearing, at a higher elevation, there's a slight hill. And on the edge of that hill stands Balder, mid-30s, godlike build, with red hair and a red beard, piercing light green eyes, wielding an axe the size of a teenage boy. It seems as if it's only him, and a spark of fury bursts within Kai's chest, ready to take him down. Then, from behind, a crowd of armored people appear, as well as a 20-foot-tall blue giantess with eyes as white as snow and fangs the size of tusks. Ira, the Snow Guardian. What the hell did you do? Azul, Rena, and Paleo catch up to Kai, then stop short.
Holy shit.
I think I just peed my pants. Nope. I think it's shit, actually.
Any advice?
Yeah. Don't die.
Balder roars, a loud, booming echo across the clearing. Though the group expects his crew to start charging, they don't. Instead, beasts appear from behind the army, dodging past them towards Kai and his team. They're charging in by the dozens, blue, veined, canine-like creatures with tusks, 4 eyes, and massive tails. Kai turns to Azul.
Or at least try.
Kai activates his magic and pulls out his sword. The rest of the team take out their weapons, and the battle begins. The 4 charge, weapons at the ready, and it's a slaughter. Though none of the 4 get pinned down, there are many times where the beasts trap them in a corner. They're quick, cunning, and impossibly aggressive. But this is only the first wave. Kai knows they can't keep going like this and still survive Balder and his men, let alone the giantess. So he pulls all the magic that he can into his left hand and lifts it up. Following his roar of pain comes a blinding light that shoots up into the air and bursts. Out of that explosion, little slivers of fire shoot out and into the bodies and heads of the blue beasts. Most fall dead right after, the fire having burned through their bodies. Kai makes eye contact with Balder. Though stoic, his eyes seem to be enjoying this. He raises his axe, and his men advance.
This is a fucking slaughter.
We should have turned back.
You know how much moon I have wet.
Kai grips his left arm, which still burns and hurts from his spell. They're right, this is a terrible situation. 4 against an army? Suicide.
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
I don't like any of this. At this point, I'll take anything. Azul nods.
Can you hold them off for 5 minutes?
We can sure as hell try.
Azul's gray feathered wings unfurl from behind her. They're glittering in the light, but you can tell they're frail and not quite as strong. She bends her knees and takes off.
Guys, I'm hitting that point where the mushrooms are making me really high. I think we're gonna die.
Oh my god, I can't deal with him when he gets like this.
Kai uses his left hand, through the searing pain, to grip the second longsword from his back. Balder's men approach. Swords meet swords, daggers clash, shields bash, magic pulses. The 3 try their hardest to fend off the onslaught, but after a few seconds, it wears on them heavily. Azul! Where the hell are you? And then from the clouds, a beam of light shines down into the snow. Azul emerges from the sky along with dozens of other angels. They shoot down into the army, joining the battle.
You called?
Over to the rescue.
Oh, fuck yeah, Azul!
Looks like you needed our help after all.
Kai locks gazes with Azul. She was right, he doesn't like this, but it's saving their asses, so he nods.
Kai, behind you!
Kai turns around too late. Balder grabs him by the neck and lifts him up. Though his mana is pretty much depleted and using any more magic will hurt him severely, Kai sees no choice but to release fire magic from his body, and bursts of flame erupt through his skin. Balder curses and lets go, allowing Kai a moment to catch his breath before parrying Balder's advance.
Having fun yet?
Fuck you! Kai advances. He blocks. How the fuck did you tame the Guardian?
I didn't.
Don't lie to me, murderer! Kai lunges forward with his sword, but Balder dodges it and brings his axe down. Kai just barely manages to slide away. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you for what you did to Sio.
He was in my way. If he didn't want to get killed, he shouldn't have teamed up with you. At the end of the day, it's your fault he's dead.
Kai's eyes light with fury. He charges, his every decision an attack powerful, though sloppy. Balder manages to dodge every one except the last. Kai's sword grazes the skin of his forearm. He rears.
You always let your emotions fuel you. That's why you'll lose!
I'll remember that when I cut your head off. Balder takes a moment. His eyes narrow.
I didn't tame the Guardian. I am the Guardian.
Kai hesitates. What? That's impossible. The revelation stuns him, so much so that when Balder advances, Kai can't react. Balder grabs him by the collar and pulls him in, digging the pointed tip of his axe up and into Kai's chest. Kai gasps, his body shaking with pain. Azul, Rena, and Paleo all whirl around, feeling the hit just as Kai did.
No.
Kai!
Balder leaves the axe in there, for good measure, then leans in close to Kai's ear.
I want you to remember this moment. Right before Ira eats your body. Right before your friends meet the same fate. Right before you fail. You were never strong enough to be a saint.
Balder pulls the axe out. Kai chokes on the blood spilling out his mouth. He drops to the snow, staining it with red. He sees the ongoing battle, sees his friends fighting for their lives, trying to get to him despite the masses overpowering them. Sees Ira, the Guardian, start to advance, obedient to Balder. Sees it all, sees everything. Then, he sees nothing. Blackout.
How, dude?
So that's the end.
That was hard.
You've offended Sophie.
I had to focus so hard. What? Why did I offend? Wait, what happened? What is
That's the end? That's how it ends?
Well, for this, but you know, you have to tune in for the show to see the end.
Okay. I'm stressed.
I didn't want to end it the way I wanted to end the show because then it's like spoilers. So this is pretty much like right
Stream's ending.
before the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a teaser, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is a 70s action trailer.
Correct. That's the segue.
Let's find a way to like tie all of ours together, where they
Oh, man.
all live happily in the same little universe.
Live happily?
Happy, right? I was gonna say happily.
I mean,
Well,
exactly.
actually, if you think about it, all the characters go to Kai's like realm, right? So once you die, you go to whatever realm that he set up, right?
The perfect
Ooh,
version.
So,
correct.
If
correct.
Saint dies, she goes to that purgatory and so on and so forth. They're
Imagine if
about
Saint was also a saint.
Yo.
Bro.
It's hilarious.
Mecha Saint.
Ooh.
Meta. I don't know.
Mecca. Mecca's like the.
I don't. Never mind.
I was playing with it.
I know. I was like, ooh.
No worries too.
to- I liked it. That's something I would write, you know?
What a night.
Dude,
Wait, watch.
I'm so upset that you killed CEO. And I'm
I
so
mean,
upset that you
He
made...
killed my character, too.
Yeah. That's bullshit. Both of them.
I was just a traveler. I don't even know how I died, you know? At least I got killed by a pirate.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna say something, but tune in for the show.
I'm,
When it happens.
Don't spoil it.
I'm really looking forward to that, dude.
Mm.
Cool.
Yay.
Look at us, guys.
What a last show.
Our last stream of the year.
Yo.
Wow, it is the last stream of the year.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's
Yo.
crazy.
Guys, there's 2 weeks left of 2020. It just hit me today, and I went, huh?
Remember when it
Wait,
first
less
started?
than.
About yeah, less than.
We have...
Last stream for the readers. But we do.
Yeah.
We can do a gamer
Yeah.
right before.
Oh, yeah, I'd be down for a game stream next week.
Mm.
Well, also there's
Wait, what day is
the-
Christmas?
Well, next Wednesday.
Friday?
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday would be the 23rd, and the Wednesday after that would be the 30th. So we can do two
We
games.
could do both. Yes.
Hell yeah.
So this is not the last you'll see of us.
That's, a good thing to bring up. Just officially saying on stream that for the next 2 weeks we won't have workshopping streams because of Christmas and New Year's. We'll be back January.
Oh, I thought are we not doing the second?
January 2nd? Is that the next day?
Correct. That is the next Saturday.
Okay, so only the next week. I'm just speaking out of my ass. The next week, we won't have a stream. But yeah, January 2nd, we'll be back in full force to take on 2021.
Yeah.
The year where the Intoxicated readers will prosper.
Wait, hold on. Are we still like workshopping? Because I feel like we're making masterpieces. You know what I mean? I just feel like we're pre-production. We're in pre-production
At this
right
point,
now.
we're just table reading them.
A master craftsman knows that the work is never done.
That is true. That is true.
Ooh, you got a point there.
You're always a.
Is that like a little line at the bottom of the like Intoxicated readers? A master craftsman knows the work is never done.
Yeah.
It has to be now.
Copyrighted.
That's the back of the book quote.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, thank you all
The whole stream.
so much for tuning in. I'm glad Maple slept through it and she wasn't listening to all of our fantastic pieces.
Whatever,
Just
Maple.
rude, Maple. Let them out. Let them out. Let them out.
I want to say, if y'all been here since the beginning, we love y'all.
We really
Love
do.
Yes.
Yeah. 8 months. Almost made a baby together. It's great.
If you
Our
just
premium.
joined, we also love you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we'll love you more if you
I mean,
keep watching.
A little bit less so, yeah.
Not our love is
Yeah.
conditional.
Don't get it
So I'll
twisted.
bet.
Traditional.
Like if you just joined and there are people who've been watching for 8 months, you're both our kids, but we definitely have a favorite.
You can decide which one.
Yeah, leave it up to you. Let's go around and introduce ourselves.
I am Amy Lynn Perea, and I have been Gryla, the mother-eating monster.
I am Christian, and I've been high on some mushrooms.
I'm Kai Tam, and I've been perched up, digging my knife into children's bellies and pulling out their intestines.
Sorry, guys.
What?
I have been Deja, and I have been the image of the snowflakes from Xavier's piece.
I've been Nick, and I bring the thunder.
Yeah!
I've been Sophie, and I am pulling intestines out of innocent children. Kai, you stole mine.
Oh.
We're both doing it.
I am Xavier, and I am the J word that's in Christian's piece, also known as the yokai.
The J word.
Say it again one more time, just for the end of the stream.
Yola Kotorin.
Wow.
Ooh.
Bless you.
Culture.
I hate you.
Because it's right.
Oh.
Rude.
Have a wonderful night, everybody. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. We'll see you next week for game night or in the future. See ya.
Drink responsibly.
See you in 2021.